Yep. Dave Marsh, iGolf TV, back once again. Now I'm going to bring you into a different element of the scoring section. We're going to be in the bunker and in the sand around the green. Now, you know, I definitely see a lot of players get very fearful around being in a bunker. But you've watched them on TV. These guys are hitting the ball probably closer from the bunkers than they are from even just on the edge of the green. And the reason is because they understand some of the laws and some of the elements that make a good bunker player. And that's what I want to try and get across to you from 2 or 3 different angles. Give you some really good thoughts, improve your understanding about a bunker shot, and that's definitely going to help you to gain some more momentum, I think. Because once you start hitting a few poor shots, it can take you down. Whereas once you start hitting a few good shots, you actually begin to look forward to practicing. And that brings me on to another thing. Most players don't spend any time practicing bunkers. And you know what? No wonder you're fearful when you go in there. Actually spend at least 20 minutes a week in a bunker, and that's going to make a significant difference, especially if you carry the advice that I'm going to give you into those shots. Now, you've seen a video of mine before where I talked about being shallow, and this is definitely a theme that I've noticed through my short game play and my wedge play that has made a dramatic difference. Again, when I used to be in a bunker, I was definitely getting too deep down into the sand, trying to explode the ball up. The better bunker player I've become now, and again, I'm probably better at the trap than I've ever been, is because I'm trying to get the club very shallow through the sand. That means the club can get onto the ball, and that can create that sort of spin that we want. And so I'm going to show you basically the same method as we'd use to chip. If you've seen my video where I'm chipping from the green, it's a very similar method. We don't need to open our stance too much. We've still got a pretty square stance. All we're looking to basically do, the key ingredients for me, is to be able to set the club back here and then keep this motion coming through the sand. Most players are going down into the sand. We don't want that. We want to keep the club coming through the sand. Now you can see the shots at the start of the video. All we're doing is just popping the club through the sand. The ball will pop up and go pretty close to the hole. I mean, the bunker that we're in here actually is probably about maybe 8 or 9 feet below the level of the green, and so we've got to be able to get the ball up. But what I don't want to do is use too much effort to try and get the ball up. I'm just going to use a very calm swing. So let me hit one first of all for you so you can see. Club face is going to be nice and open, but you can see that's the line that I'm going to hit the ball, and this is the line that my stance is on. I'm not standing way open trying to cut across. Every now and again you may have to hit a bunker shot that way, but even though I'm going to hit a high shot from here, I'm still stood nice and square. And then from there, it's just being able to get this club back here. You can see the drill that we've worked on the range, where I put a golf ball back here, is very, very similar, because I want the club to be pointing down at that. You can see the butt of the club is pointing down at the ball there, and that's going to set the angle of the club. Then I'm just going to allow that club just to come back through the ball. Okay, let me hit one for you first of all. Nice and calm with everything. The ball pops out there. That one was right on line, and you can see I hardly touched any sand there whatsoever. Just very, very shallow coming through. So in the first video today, I really only want to get across to you how we can stand very square to the ball, how we can set that initial angle back here, and the key factor, keep the flow coming through the sand, keep the club face coming long and out the other side. Let's hit one final shot for you. Set that angle, let the club flow. Ball pops up. It's a pretty good result. Now, if you can keep that into your bunker game, you'll begin to get rid of a lot of the fear that currently is probably troubling you. Now, you've been watching iGolf TV, the place to be, where we're waking up your game.